Hey, look how close I am to 100K. If you like this video, subscribe. I would appreciate it. So, I haven't been making videos because of a certain major weather event. It has postponed my video making abilities. So, because of that, now I'm doing this. This is a fun little video. So, what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be ranking South Park characters by who I can beat in a fight. So, let's go ahead and do this. Some background on me, since a lot of you guys don't know anything about me really. I think I'm bigger than the average person. I'm about 6'3", 200 pounds. So that's just some context to understand my thought process a little bit. So let's go ahead and do this. First is Karen. So Karen, easily destroying them. I mean, not even really a question. She's tiny, little kid. I'm beating the heck out of that kid. Kicking her all around. Leslie, you know, with Leslie, I'm going to give her a chance because she's a robot and we saw what she did to Jimmy. She kind of effed him up a little bit. So for Leslie, I'm going to say maybe, let's go, I think I'll probably, no, let's go 50-50. I think she got a chance against me. She definitely has a serious chance against me. Okay, I forget the names of the goth kids. This goth kid, I'm saying the goth kids are a tricky one because they're definitely going to pull a knife or something on me, you know? Or they're just going to walk away and not even try to fight me. So I would say, I think I'm probably winning that one. I think I'm taking him, but it might be a hard fight. Heidi, if we're talking about normal Heidi, definitely destroying her. If we're talking about Cartman Heidi, that's a tough fight. I will say that. She was a huge character. She's very dangerous, I would say. She's probably got a nice check right hook, you know, so I'd say that's a dangerous fight. I'm probably going to put her, let's average out massive Heidi, Cartman Heidi, and normal Heidi. And let's say probably winning. Probably beating Heidi, I would say. I'm not a fourth grader in this, unfortunately. I'm myself, but I'm just assuming that these are dangerous fights no matter what. I don't have full confidence in beating many people, so. Okay, the PC babies. See, this is a tricky one because of the fact I would be very afraid of their PC power, and by that I mean I would probably be canceled on Twitter immediately after the fight. So sure, I would probably destroy them in a fight since they're babies, and you know I can take on a baby most likely, but because of their power, it would be a very tough fight, I think. So I'm gonna say probably losing in reality because I'm just instantly getting canceled as soon as I beat up a bunch of babies. So Bebe is an interesting one. Again, I have no doubt that she would pull a gun or something. Like, she just kind of has that vibe. Like, she would definitely do something, just make it an unfair fight. So I'm gonna say Bebe, she definitely has a gun, as she showed in the list. She tried to kill Wendy, her best friend. If she's willing to kill Wendy, she's willing to pull a gun on me and kill me. So I'm going to say probably losing that one. If I can get her before she pulls the gun, we're good. But if not, I'm done for. Mrs. Donovan. So Mrs. Donovan would be an interesting matchup because of the fact that she's dead. So maybe if she's a ghost, she has a chance. But I'd say most likely fighting Miss Donovan, I think I'd probably be okay, I would say. So I'm going to say probably winning. Big Gay Al. Now, Big Gay Al is scary to me. There's something very threatening about him. That sounds like, I didn't mean to, that sounds weird. I didn't mean it like that. I just mean Big Gay Al is definitely dangerous. Like, he's a big dude. He's built, he may be very stereotypically gay, but I just got a feeling about him that if he snapped, it'd be over. You know what I mean? Like, that's the vibe I get from Big Gay Al. So for Big Gay Al, I honestly think I'm getting destroyed. Like, I think I don't really stand a chance against him. He's a giant guy. So I think he'd be, for the most part, he'd be really nice and probably try to avoid the fight at all costs. But if it came down to it, he's probably beating me up. I'm not gonna lie. So then now we have Butters. So Butters is a wild card. I think if I'm just thinking about it practically, I'm destroying him. He's a small guy. He's too nice. I feel like even if you did try to beat him up, he wouldn't fight back. So unfortunately, I think I'm probably going to have to say I destroy Butters. I'd say I'm destroying him. I'm sorry, Butters, but I would destroy you. Now, Chef, this isn't even a question. He's destroying me. It's not going to be close. This is a massive dude. He is huge. Like I said, I'm 6'3", 200 pounds, but I feel like Chef is probably a bigger guy than me. He's probably beating my ass with no restraint. I'm just no chance. Luke Kim. So Liu Kim is a different opponent because he is insane. That's not a good way to put it. He has schizophrenia, as we saw in that one episode. So he's definitely a wild card in that sense. I think Liu Kim, though, I don't know. He's such a wild card. I think I'm probably winning. He's old, and so I mean, I think I'd probably take him on. I mean, we saw how he fared against the Mongolians. Granted, I'm no Mongolian. Excuse me. I'm no Mongolian. I think I'm probably taking Liu Kim on easily. I'd say probably winning. Clyde. Clyde, he's a crybaby. He cries about everything, and he is a 9-year-old. So, I mean, I think I'm probably destroying him. Not really even in a competition, most likely. Now, the crab people. I personally am absolutely terrified of the crab people. As soon as that theme song comes in, I don't stand a chance, honestly. I'm probably done for. So I'm going to say I'm probably getting destroyed by the crab people, not going to lie. Miss Crabtree is a feisty woman, as we saw in City on the Edge of Forever. She is very aggressive. She seems like the type of person that's very aggressive, it would seem, but in reality, she's more of a docile person. She's not much of a fighter. But I don't know. You just never know with someone like her. Yeah, crackhead energy. That's a good way to describe it, son of God. I'm going to say 50-50. I'm going to say 50-50. She definitely has a chance. Now, Craig's another one. He's a tough kid, you know. He's willing to fight back, I can tell. Like, he has that vibe. He's just a dangerous kid, I feel like. He's probably going to flip me off multiple times. He's going to find a way to give himself the advantage. So, I'd say probably 50-50. He definitely has a chance. And yeah, we saw him get trained in sumo, so there's always that. That's sort of a wild card there. Now, what's his name? Why did I forget his name all of a sudden? This guy, Daryl, that's right, thank you guys. He has that redneck strength, you know. He probably worked on a farm his whole life. He's probably grown up carrying a bunch of stuff. He's definitely strong. If I take his job, no shot I'm winning that one. You know, like, I'm probably losing to Daryl. He's definitely a dangerous matchup. Then Dougie. So, Dougie is tiny. I forget what age he's supposed to be. I think like 2nd or 3rd grade, but he is general disarray, so he has that. Granted, general disarray is not very threatening, unfortunately. I would say I think I'm probably destroying him, unfortunately. So the new teacher, I forgot her name too for some reason. Yeah, I think she's just too normal, you know? Normal seems like probably a normal-sized woman. I think I could take most normal-sized women, not woman. I could probably take most normal-sized women, like I said. I'm gonna say probably winning on her. I'm not fully confident, but I have a pretty good chance I would beat her. PC Principal probably getting destroyed. We saw what he did to Cartman. Granted, that's Cartman, but PC Principal, if I said anything on PC, it's over for me, you know, like there's no chance to win that fight. He is gonna destroy me. So I think I'm probably getting destroyed. Height and weight, if you weren't here when I said it, my height and weight is 6'3", 200 pounds. So I'm a large man, but PC Principal has the power of political correctness on his side, and that's a power that is unstoppable, similarly to the PC babies. Now, the one that is an interesting one, Eric Cartman. So the thing about Cartman, if I challenge him to a fight, and we're gonna fight, there is not a single chance that this is going to be on fair terms. Like, Cartman will do something that I will never expect. He's taking me out. Like, that's just honestly how it is. So I think if it was strictly physical, but we're assuming that it's a street fight. So assuming it's a street fight, I don't think there's a chance at all that I beat Cartman, because he's going to pull some shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to go well. So I'm going to say I'm probably getting destroyed by Cartman. Yeah, he is a little wuss and he can't take a punch. I'm aware, but he's just too much of a schemer, you know? Like, he'd be planning something to take me out. Like, there's no chance. I know you guys are all saying I could take him out. I get it. You know, I'm great. I know you guys love me. No, I'm kidding. But Cartman, there's just no chance. He would do something to get me done, like, to get it over with. I just don't trust him, you know? As is expected. So this kid, I forget his name too. I want to say his name is Furkle. That's right. Furkle, we saw him kill Kenny in the Coon and Friends trilogy. So again, he's probably pulling a knife. He's probably doing some stuff, but he is really tiny. So because of that, I think I think it's probably 50-50. Like, even if he has a knife, I don't think he's really going to do much to me. I could probably just kick him, like literally just punt him away. So I'm not really too worried about him, you know, like, but he definitely has a chance, you know. Say he stabs me in the Achilles, you know, I'm done for. You know, like, I'm on the ground. He takes my Achilles out. I got nowhere to run. So he's a dangerous fight, but I think for the most part, I'm probably taking him out. Now, Gerald. Gerald is a hard fight because he's another wild card. Like, Gerald has the weirdest obsessions and stuff that it's just, you never know with him. And he also is a lawyer. That's a good point. The lawsuit would be crazy afterwards. So while I may win in the street fight, I don't think I have a chance in the court of law afterwards. He's definitely sending me away. So I'm going to say I'm probably losing. Granted, maybe win the fight, but in the long term, he wins. You know what I mean? God, I'm going to say God, I'm probably getting destroyed. I mean, it's God. So not really, not really too much I could do there. Not much of a chance. Lemmywinks. Now, Lemmywinks is a fierce creature. We saw him take out WikiLeaks. He poses some danger. He poses a threat, but he still is a mouse. Not a mouse, a gerbil. So, I don't know. He's quick. He could just run up my shirt and, like... Well, I'm not even going to say what I just thought, but I think you all can figure it out. Yeah, I'm going to say I'm probably winning, but he definitely has a chance. He definitely has a chance. Now, the Whites family, I'm really not worried about any of the Whites. They got QAnon on their side. They got all that kind of stuff. I'm not worried about them. I could take them out pretty easily, so I'm going to say I'm destroying the Whites. I think I could take them 1v4, honestly. Henrietta, typical goth kid, probably going to win. She was emo for a while. Maybe when she was emo, she would take me out, but as a goth, I don't think goth has quite the same amount of power as an emo, so I think I'm taking her out. I'm going to go probably winning, I think. Now, Cupid Me. Cupid Me is not real, so he seems like a pretty sensitive guy. You know, I don't think he's one to fight. He's a lover, not a fighter. So I'm gonna say he's probably getting destroyed. If he was real, probably getting destroyed. He could probably fit in the palm of my hand pretty easily, so not too worried about it. Jesus, oh wait, I put that in the wrong one. I'm destroying them, is what I meant to say. Jesus, we've seen him fight many times, and he is lethal. I mean, he's the son of God. He is incredibly dangerous. I don't see any scenario when I'm taking out Jesus. I don't think I would really want to kill Jesus anyways, so I'm gonna say I'm probably getting destroyed. I mean, he's Jesus. That's really all you gotta say. Jimbo. I'm sorry. Jimbo is, again, he has that sort of redneck strength that I talked about with Daryl. There's not really a chance I would take him out in a fist fight, but again, this is a street fight. He's gonna have a gun. He's always carrying. He probably has multiple explosives on him at all times. Like, he's gonna find a way to take me out, so I'm probably getting destroyed. Jimmy, unfortunately, I'm gonna say I'm probably gonna be destroying Jimmy. I know that's kind of messed up. I realize that, but it's Jimmy. Maybe steroids Jimmy. If we're talking steroids Jimmy, maybe 50-50 chance, but just normal Jimmy, I'm saying I'm probably destroying him. Oh, Jimmy has the Crips on his side. I did not consider that. Jimmy with Crips, I'm losing. Jimmy one-on-one, it's not gonna be a fight. So Kanye is a fight that he's a normal person, but the problem is, or I guess he's not, he's a gay fish, but the issue is that he has a posse. You know, he has bodyguards, he has people around him. I don't even think I would get a chance to beat up Kanye. Like, I wouldn't even be able to get to him before all of his men take me out, type of thing. So I think I'm probably losing. I don't think there's really a chance. Now, Kenny, I'm getting destroyed by Kenny, and here's why. Even if I take out Kenny, I could kill him. You know, I could literally kill Kenny. I'm a bastard. Doesn't matter. Tomorrow he's coming back, and he's coming back at me. So over time, it's gonna build. You know, he's just gonna keep coming back and keep attacking me, and over time, he's gonna do more and more damage. He's got nothing to lose. He knows he's gonna die, and he's just gonna keep coming back and keep chipping away at me. Eventually, I'm done. Like, over time, I don't stand a chance. So I'm definitely getting destroyed by Kenny. Kevin, probably destroying them. He's kind of a nerd. You know, I'm taking him out. I'm just kidding. But anyways, Ike, I think it seems obvious that I would destroy Ike, right? You know, kick the baby. But I think that Ike has a factor to him that is, he's Canadian, and I think Canadians inherently are dangerous. So, you know, if he's on the back of that dog that he was riding in that one episode, he definitely has a chance. So I'm gonna give him a chance. Canadians, they're shifty, you know, they might do some damage. So I'm gonna give him a 50-50. There's definitely a chance there. Kyle is the one of the characters in the show that we have seen fight many times. We've seen that he's not afraid to fight. He'll take on anyone. He'll fight Cartman many times. All they would have to do is say something that he doesn't agree with, basically, and he's probably fighting me. He's from Jersey. All these factors definitely give him a very large possibility. Yeah, I'm just going to give him 50-50. I think 50-50 is fair. I don't think he's going to destroy me, and I don't think I'm going to destroy him. You know, he has all those factors in his favor, but for the most part, he definitely has a chance. And again, I respect Kyle because he's not afraid to throw hands when it comes down to it. So he would definitely be up to it. You know what I'm saying? Cousin Kyle, if we're assuming it is normal Cousin Kyle and not mutant Cousin Kyle from the video game, from the Fractured But Whole, normal Cousin Kyle, I'm unfortunately destroying him. You know, he doesn't really stand a chance. Assuming he's in the video game, he's destroying me. But this Cousin Kyle, destroying him. Mrs. Tucker. Okay. She has the bush factor, which is definitely threatening. I would be worried about the bush. The magic bush, it definitely has powers, you know. There's definitely a possibility there of danger. I'm gonna say she's a big woman too. She's a feisty woman. I feel like she'd be willing to fight. I'm gonna go probably losing, honestly. I think she takes me out. Magic bush has a lot of power, so yeah. Mrs. Cartman. Completely and utterly wins. She has the power of seduction. That is true. I do believe she could seduce me. If she was able to do that, she definitely has a chance against me. If she seduces me, she's destroying me. Maybe I would like it.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, I'm gonna go probably losing. Mrs. Black. So I don't think she really has a chance. I think I'm probably taking her out. She's pretty nice. She doesn't seem to be very mean. She doesn't have that killer instinct. You know what I mean? I think probably winning is fair. That is true. She's rich. She can hire a militia. I didn't think about that. Okay, well, let's go back then. Let's think about this. So we got to factor in the rich factor. She probably has a lot of protection. That alone is dangerous. Just having money is dangerous in a fight. So they probably could hire a good lawyer and take me out. I'm actually going to move her to 50-50. So, Mrs. Stotch. Now, Mrs. Stotch is one that we saw how she tried to kill Butters. Granted, as I said, I could kill Butters, so that's not really saying very much. She definitely has the potential to, like, if she snaps like she did in that episode, she's a wild card, you know, but I don't know. I think I'm probably winning. I think I'm probably taking out Miss Stotch. She is a wild card. She's dangerous. I would respect her abilities. Mr. Mackey. I mean, just with that head alone, the size of his head, I could clip him in the jaw as many times as I want. That man's not going down. He's got to have a granite chin. He's going to eat 4 of my punches and just look at me and laugh. You know, like that massive head, no chance that I'm doing much damage to him. With that being said, I don't think he could do much offensively. Like he's very lanky. Other than that, he doesn't have a lot on his side. Besides his chin, like he would have a granite chin and maybe he could catch me with a lucky shot. But I'm going to say, I think 50-50. I think that's fair because he definitely does have a chance. If he can eat all my punches, if he could pull a Nate Diaz in the 5th round and just KO me after eating punches the entire time, then it's definitely possible. Man Bear Pig, I'm getting destroyed. I don't think I have to say anything about that. We already are getting destroyed by Man Bear Pig, so don't have to say anything else. Grandpa Marsh. He has that edge to him, you know, like he definitely seems like a hardened man. He has nothing to lose. He wants to die, as we've established in the early seasons. He doesn't have a lot to lose. He's in a wheelchair, so, I mean, that definitely puts him at a disadvantage. I wouldn't be surprised if he somehow ran me over with that thing and did some serious damage. I'm going to give him a 50-50, I think. Now, Mephisto and Kevin. Mephisto is a pretty big guy. He is old, but he's a pretty big guy. He's kind of like in multiverses, he's kind of like a Tom and Jerry vibe. You know, he's like your Jerry, he's the Tom. Kevin would be all over me while he's like taking me out, so it's like a 2-on-1. I'd say I'm probably losing, honestly. It'd be a tough fight, I would say. Now, Mimsy. Mimsy is terrifying. I think I'm getting destroyed by Mimsy, honestly. Like, I just don't think I stand a chance against Mimsy. He's a huge kid. You can tell he's strong. He doesn't have a mean bone in his body, but I just get the feeling that if he wanted to, he's taken me out, like, without a question. Mr. Adler. He doesn't really threaten me. He's just a dude. Like, he's kind of big, but he's really just a dude, and I feel like most guys that are just normal guys, I could probably take out. Like I said, I'm a pretty big guy myself. I'm 6'3", 200 pounds. So I think I'm probably taking out Mr. Adler. I'd say probably winning. I wouldn't give him 0 chance, but I just don't think I would give him the chance. You know, I put the pressure on him. I'd make it my type of fight. You know, I'd make him play my game. Mr. Hanky is unique in the sense that, assuming it was just me and Mr. Hanky, I'm taking him on easily. He's just a piece of poo. I could just step on him. But he is practically a god in this universe. Like, he is very powerful, and we've seen what he can do with his creations, the Poo-Choo train. He's a dangerous guy, so I think in reality I'm probably getting destroyed by him because of his powers. Mr. Testaburger. Again, he's sort of the same vibe as Mr. Adler, just a normal dude, so he's not really a threat, I feel like. Hit him with a couple shots, take him to the ground, get on his back, secure a rear naked choke. It's probably over. I feel like I'm probably destroying him. It wouldn't really be close. I feel like he just seems too normal. Like, he's sort of the same vibe as Mr. Adler, but he's a lot smaller. He definitely does not give off any sort of tough vibes, so I think I'm probably taking him out. Mr. Tweak, on the other hand, again, he's a wild card because just by himself, I think I'm probably taking him out. He's probably on meth, knowing that he drinks his own coffee. I think the meth factor is really what we have to look at here. If he's hyped up on meth, or if I'm preventing him from making money and he's on meth, it's probably not going to go well for me. So I'm going to say I'm probably losing. I definitely have a chance, but I think he probably gets it in the end. Mr. Garrison. Mr. Garrison is a terrifying force to be reckoned with. Even if I beat him up, which I think is very possible, I truly believe he would just like it and enjoy it. So I think in the end, I'm probably getting destroyed. He also has Secret Service. There's just not really a chance. So Mrs. Bigelow, I'm probably destroying her. I don't think she would really put up much of a fight. She seems too nice, you know. I don't think she has that killer instinct. I think that would be an easy fight probably. Mrs. Stevens, she, I don't know. What do you guys think about Mrs. Stevens? She'd be an easy one, probably winning. Focused on beauty, doesn't show an aggressive side, doesn't really have anything special. She's smart in a dumb way, kind of soft, smart and talented, girl boss. She has the jugs but nothing else. Yeah, it kind of goes back to the edge I gave Mrs. Cartman in that she has the power of seduction probably. She's not very intelligent, but she definitely has that seduction power. I think I could resist it though, so I'm gonna give her, I think I'm probably beating her. I don't think it would be that close either. Mrs. Testaburger. She's similar to Wendy. She definitely has that inner power. I'm not wording this right, but she is a threat. She definitely poses a threat. I think I'll give her a 50-50. I think she poses a threat, but she's not super dangerous. You know, I'll move her to probably winning. I think I'm probably beating her. Now, Mrs. Tweak, she's a very kind woman, but again, she probably drinks the coffee too. She's probably hopped up on meth, but because she seems very nice and very caring, I think I'd probably give her 50-50. I definitely would have a much better chance against her than Mr. Tweak. Mr. Slave, I don't even know what to say about Mr. Slave. We've literally seen in his flashbacks that he would probably enjoy the beating. He'd probably ask for it. So because of that, my theory is that maybe he would just repeatedly ask me to beat him up, and like over time I just tire out so much, and like I might die from like a heart attack or something just from going too hard trying to beat him up. In the fight, I'd probably destroy him, but over time, he'd probably end up taking me out. I could pass out from exhaustion. He can pull a Paris Hilton on me. You know what I'm saying? You guys know what I'm saying. So if that's the case, I think I'm probably losing. Mrs. McCormick, again, they got that crackhead energy in the sense that they are meth dealers, as has been established. We've seen her beat up her husband many times, so she is a feisty woman. She's not afraid to take us out. I think I'm gonna say probably losing with her too. She's a mean woman. She's not afraid to fight, so I'm gonna say probably losing on that one. Miss Chokes on Dick, not really much of a threat, but I feel like if she, okay, I'm gonna say this, and this is insane. She could probably spin in a circle and get those things to a high speed, and if she even clips me with those, I'm going out. You know what I'm saying? Like, if those things are moving at high enough speeds, I'm done for. You know what I'm saying? So I think I'm probably getting destroyed. That one's going to be a tough fight. Harrison Yates. Luckily, I am not black, so he probably wouldn't be targeting me. Again, he's a cop. You know, he knows how to fight. Cops are dangerous. Cops know how to take people out. You're probably not going to win in a fight against a cop. And he has a gun. All he would have to tell him is that I'm black and I'd probably be done for. I think he's probably destroying me. Ned's not really a threat. You know, he's missing an arm. He's probably weak, but he also was a nom. He's definitely dangerous. He has the same possibility as Jimbo, where he definitely has a gun. He's probably going to take me out. He's been to nom. He's got a lot of grit to him. He's dangerous. We've seen him box. He's a dangerous man. I'm going to say, I don't want to put him at the same tier as Jimbo because Jimbo's a much bigger man. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to say getting destroyed because he has that grit. Like, he might not be the same size as Jimbo. He might not be as physically dangerous as Jimbo, but he definitely poses a major, major threat. Chef's parents. Let's do these both at the same time. I don't know why, but I guess in the same way as Chef. They're huge. They're threatening. They seem like the kindest people you'll ever meet, but I can tell if it came down to it, they're whooping some ass. So I'm going to put them in getting destroyed. Not going to be close. Until I ask them for Tree Fitty. I didn't think about that. I might ask them for Tree Fitty, and that might sway them a bit to get them distracted and then maybe catch them with a hook or something. I'm going to put them in probably losing just because of with the Tree Fitty. I think I do have a chance. chance. If I show up as a Girl Scout, get him distracted, you know, say I got Tree Fitty, that could be what swings the fight in my favor. So I'm gonna put him in probably losing, but I have a chance with that. Nicole, if it were board games, she's probably destroying me, but just on her own, I'm gonna take her out pretty easily. I don't really think it would be much of a fight. She's pretty nice for the most part. I don't really see it progressing past that. Officer Bar Brady, again, he's a cop. He's dangerous. He's an idiot. He has that it factor to him in the sense that he would probably do something so dumb and so idiotic that he would like stumble his way into a victory. Like he'd somehow accidentally shoot me or something. Like something would happen and he'd take me out somehow. So I'm gonna say I'm probably losing to him just because of that. Nathan is a schemer, but Nathan would be an easy fight just in general. But again, he's a schemer. He's sort of Cartman-esque in that sense. Not quite to the extent of Cartman. There's danger in that, but I think for the most part, I'm probably taking out Nathan. So I'm going to put him there. But this goth kid, whose name I forget, Pete, that's right. I think he's going to go with the other two goth kids. I'm probably beating him. Again, they are the goth kids, so there is danger. They might pull out a knife and stab you or something. But the only one that's proven to want to do that is Ferkel. So they're not really as dangerous. Terrence and Phillip, as I said with Ike, they're Canadians. They're just shifty in general. There's definitely danger in Canadians. There's just no way they would even try to fight me. They'd probably just continuously fart on me until it's done for. Like, I would just have no answer. I might just die of inhalation, you know? One-on-one, I think I would take them on easily, but they're always together. So I'm gonna give them 50-50. They have a chance. Pip. All right, PP. So we've seen his scheming, and he does present a danger. He had Man Bear Pig on his side for a while, but he's dead now. Assuming he's alive, one-on-one, I think I'm probably taking him. Like, he's not much of a threat. He's pretty jolly. So Father Maxi, you know, he's a priest, so he has the Lord on his side. That's dangerous always. I don't think he would pose much of a threat though, so again, I think I'm probably winning. Principal Victoria, I don't know why Principal Victoria just gives the vibe that she's hiding something. You know, she presents a threat in that she is frightening to me. The way she talked to Wendy in that one episode, I don't know, she just gives off that vibe. I might have to go 50-50 again. You know, that Midwestern accent and that hair alone is scary. And she's also confessed to killing people before. Like, she said that she killed someone before. I don't know. I wouldn't trust her. She seems pretty shifty. So I think I'm going to put her in... I think I'm probably losing to Principal Victoria. Randy, unfortunately, I'm getting destroyed. There's nothing I can do to Randy. We've seen him fight his way to the top in the Little League dad fighting. That's a dangerous matchup right there. That man is a killer. I mean, we saw what happened. It doesn't matter how many punches he takes, he's gonna get back up, and if he's drunk, he's taking me out. That's just how it goes. I mean, he would go to jail in the end. We'd both go to jail. He'd say, I thought this was America, and I would say, isn't this America? Because of that, he's just destroying me. He's a fighter. He's gonna take me out. Red doesn't really pose much of a threat. I'm probably gonna destroy her, honestly. Don't really have much to say about her. Santa's a huge dude. He has powers again, you know, he's dangerous. He's willing to take people out if it comes down to it. So I'm going to say probably getting destroyed. I don't think I really stand a chance. We saw what he did to the woodland critters. We saw what he did to the people in Baghdad. He's a dangerous man. This is Mr. Donovan. He's a grown man, so I don't know if I can... No, I'm destroying him. His same vibe as Wendy's dad. He's not going to do anything. Mr. Vollmer. I think I'm probably beating Mr. Vollmer. He seems like a smart guy, yeah, but he just doesn't pose much of a threat physically. You guys are saying 50-50. I don't know. I guess he is a bit more heavyset. He's a pretty big guy. Yeah, I think 50-50 is fair. He definitely has a chance. I think it could be 50-50. Saddam Hussein. Now, if we're assuming alive Saddam, he's not really dangerous. I'm not going to fall for the, oh, I can change. You know, I'm not going to fall for any of that. He doesn't really pose much of a threat as a human. If he's in hell, obviously he has powers and at that point, so he is dangerous. But I don't know. I think I'm probably beating him. Like, I don't think it would be that close. He has the Canadian power in the sense that he's built like a Canadian, and he is insane. You know, he has nothing to lose, but I just don't see it happening. Mrs. Vollmer, I think, doesn't really pose much of a threat. I think she's less dangerous than Jimmy's dad, so I'll put her in probably winning. Yeah, she did get beat up by steroids, Jimmy, so she doesn't really pose much of a threat. Not really dangerous. Satan. You know, the funny thing about Satan is that he's really one of the nicest people on the show. He wouldn't want to fight. Like, I know he would not have any interest in fighting, but if it came down to it, he's taking me out. Like, I'm getting destroyed by, I mean, it's Satan. Same way as God, you know, both of them. They could probably team up and take me out. Like, I'm getting destroyed by Satan, unfortunately. Strong woman. She's strong for a woman. She would definitely try to fight me fair. She has integrity like that. Because of that, I would say I'd either put it in 50-50 or probably losing. You know, she has no like it factor besides the fact that she's strong. She came second in the competition, that's true. I'm a big guy, you know, I think I could take out most normal women, so a stronger woman, I think she would have a chance against me. I think I'd give her 50-50. I think it'd be a coin flip, honestly. Scott Malkinson, he has the power of diabetes. If he juices like he does in the video game, in Fractured But Whole, becomes Captain Diabetes, I think I'm probably losing to Scott. He has that factor to him. He's dangerous. I would take him very seriously as an opponent. Scott Tenorman, we saw what Cartman did to Scott. He's probably very mentally broken. We've seen that he's insane now in 200. Oh god. I think I'm probably beating Scott Tenorman. He's still like how old is he? A 9th grader? I don't remember, but he's a pretty skinny kid. I think I'm probably taking him out. Sharon is a very interesting matchup because she's so feisty in the sense that she has to put up with Randy. If she can put up with Randy, I don't think there's anything I could throw at her that would surprise her. She has that mental toughness that's like, when you're fighting someone who has that mental toughness, it automatically puts you at a disadvantage. I don't think I have that, you know, like I don't have that mental toughness that she has. So I'm gonna say probably losing, honestly. I think she's probably gonna take me out. Miss Broflowski, she's the Karen, OG Karen. She's a big woman. Even if I beat her in a fist fight, she's finding a way to get me banned or put in jail or executed like she did Terrence and Phillip. So I really don't think I have a chance. I think she probably destroys me. Shelly destroys me. I mean, we've seen what she can do. She's a lethal character. Like she can take me out easily. We've seen what she did to Stan. She was willing to light him on fire and put him out multiple times just for her amusement. Like, she is sadistic. She is scary. Not Jimbo. Why did I say Jimbo? Skeeter is what I meant to say. He is a huge dude. He's a pretty big dude. He doesn't seem like the fighting type. He's probably just say we don't take kindly to your type. I think he's a big dude, but I wouldn't give him the full advantage. I'd say I'm probably losing just because he's a pretty massive dude, but not super dangerous. Stan, we never really see Stan fight very often. At least I can't really think of any examples of him fighting. He doesn't seem dangerous, really. I think I'm probably winning against Stan. I just can't really think of anything that he would do against me. He doesn't seem like the type to pull a gun. He doesn't seem like the type to lose his mind, you know? So I'm gonna say I'm probably winning. Starvin Marvin, if you're just looking at it as just the starving Ethiopian child, obviously I'm taking him out. But the issue is he has alien technology. He has his spacecraft. He has the Marklar technology. So he would be dangerous. Definitely dangerous. I would not underestimate him. If he can get access to his technology, his space travel technology, he'd probably just take off, or he'd come around and just blow me up with some sort of alien blaster type of thing. I think if I just caught him by surprise, I could take him out pretty easily. You know, he's a tiny child. I don't think he would be able to get to his technology. If he did get to the technology, there's no chance I would win. But I think I'd get to him before that. So I'm going to say probably winning. Mr. Stotch. This is an interesting one because Mr. Stotch is also insane. He'd probably try to ground me. One-on-one, I don't think he would be much of a challenge, you know, but yeah, I just feel like he doesn't have any tools, you know, like he has the power of grounding, but I'm just not taking that, you know what I'm saying? Like, me personally, I'm not letting that affect me. I'm just gonna fight right through that. The grounding, it might hurt a little bit, but I'll move through it, you know what I'm saying? He's just kind of crazy, and he'll probably just yell at me. I've been yelled at many times in my life. I think I could handle it. So he's a decent sized dude. I'm gonna give him, I'd say a 50-50. No, I think I probably win. You know, he beats his he can take out Butters, but that's not really saying much. You know, I think I could take out Butters, unfortunately. So Mr. Black, again, he's rich. He doesn't seem afraid to fight. Like, he seems like if it came to a fight, he wouldn't be afraid to. He doesn't show much fear at all. The only fear we've seen from him is from Mr. Mackey. So he'd definitely be a tough guy. He also is rich, so he has that rich power. I think probably losing, honestly, because I put his wife in 50-50. I got to put him in probably losing. Mr. McCormick, again, redneck, meth head energy. There's probably not a chance. We've seen what he can do to his wife, unfortunately. I'm not his wife, and we've seen him fight with Mr. Broflowski too. We've seen him fight with Mr. Broflowski. We've seen him take on his wife, unfortunately, so he is a dangerous man, and he's a very angry man, as LJO said in the chat, so I'm gonna have to say I'm getting destroyed. He would just channel his anger into me. Super best friends, I'm also getting destroyed. I mean, they're the super best friends. I don't really have to say anything else. Mr. Tucker, he's a threatening force for sure. He's one of those people that seems like he has a rough exterior, you know, he seems very dangerous on the outside, but he has a kind heart. We saw that in Tweak X Craig. We saw that he does have a kind heart in reality. So he is a big guy, and I think that I think I'll probably lose to him, but I definitely have a chance because he is a nice guy. Yeah. So Timmy, oh, Timmy is dangerous in the sense that we've seen what he can do on his wheelchair. He'd just probably run me over. We've seen what he can do in the video game. He has actual psychic abilities. He'd take over my mind. He'd destroy my mind. I think I'm probably losing to Timmy. I don't know. He's a dangerous matchup. Probably just run over my feet over and over again. He's also a Crip. You know, he's got the Crips on his side. He's far more dangerous than Jimmy. We've seen him fight with Jimmy, and though it was a close fight, that was a long time ago. I feel like now Timmy would be much more dangerous. He'd be a lethal fight for me. I would have a chance against him, but he'd probably take it, I think. All right, Token. Token's not really threatening. Again, he seems very kind for the most part. Like, he doesn't seem like he would really want to fight. I think I'm probably... I almost want to put him in destroying because he just doesn't seem like he'd do much, but I don't know. I think I put it probably because yeah, like you said, he has beaten up Cartman. We saw that when he caught him off guard. He's definitely dangerous, but I think I'm probably beating him. Towley would just be incredibly high. Probably wouldn't put up much of a fight. I could probably just rip him in half. I mean, he's a towel. Probably wouldn't be that hard. So I'm gonna say probably destroying him. He is a super towel, granted, but if it came down to it, I think he would just be too high to put up any kind of fight. Tweak is in the same way as his parents. He has that meth head dangerous power. He is a scary person when he is having his mental breakdowns. He seems like he could do some major damage. I would be scared to fight him. I think I have a chance. Like, it's not impossible for me to beat him, but it would definitely be a close match. I think I'm going to put him in probably losing. The visitors, we've seen what they do to the cows. We've seen what they do to people. They would just probe me to death, most likely. They could just abduct me pretty easily. Yeah, I'm just going to say getting destroyed. Don't really stand a chance. Wendy's another wild card because she doesn't really want to fight. We have seen her fight before. She beat the crap out of Cartman. She really went hard on him. We saw her scheme to kill the teacher, so she is a dangerous woman. If I got on her bad side, I could definitely see it going poorly for me. I still think I would have a chance. You know, she's like 9 years old, 9 years old. I think I'm probably losing. But I have a chance. And finally, the woodland critters. Call it... Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and I think the woodland critters are going to go there.